Live from WPRI 12, this is The Rhode Show, the place for what's hot and happening. You're having fun, eating well, and living life on The Rhode Show.
Good morning and welcome to The Rhode Show. It is Tuesday, February 14th, 2012, and I'm Will Gilbert.
Good morning and happy Valentine's Day. I'm Michaela Johnson. And I'm Mary Larson. Here's a little heart for you.
Thanks for being my Valentine's date early.
Oh, anytime.
Yes.
You got it. Anytime. We're all wearing our a different shades.
We have red on, but it's a little different shade. A little pink, a little red. So
I always thought, the red, pink, purple, anything like that, if anything has a heart on it,
it all kind of goes
good.
together.
Yeah, exactly.
You are good. And of course, it is Valentine's Day. But if you are single and looking for love, you may want to head to Michigan. Ann Arbor, Michigan has been named the #1 city for singles by financial magazine Kiplinger. They put together a list of the top 10 cities for singles, taking into account income and living costs. They also screen cities based on percentage of unmarried households. Also topping the list, Bloomington, Illinois, Santa Cruz, California, and Baltimore. Sadly, Providence did not make the list.
That's too bad. Looks like I gotta move.
Yeah, it looks like you may have to move or keep on the search for somebody.
I know. I'm surprised not more warmer places were in there. But of course they were looking at finances and things like
and I guess
that.
that's how they put together the list. Yeah,
it's pricey to live in those warm places. I guess.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, love is of course in the air today, and a new survey shows that many people are finding love in the workplace. Watch out, guys.
I don't know.
According to Career Builder's annual office romance report, 38% of workers say they've dated a coworker at least once, and about a third of those employees say the workplace relationships led to marriage.
Well, I always steered clear because I always worried about if something went south, you had to see that person every single day.
You have to face that person every day.
So awkward. But I can understand why this happens because I feel like people are so busy nowadays that you're really, where else are you going to meet people unless it's, online.
Online dating, right.
At work, or, through a mutual friend. So it's making more and more sense.
Hey, whatever works for you. You have to face the music when it's all said and done. Not to be a downer, but you may have to.
Very true.
Okay, you can't spell Cupid without cup. But can a cup of coffee bring a role in brewing romance on Valentine's Day? Maybe, according to Dunkin' Donuts. They put together a survey that found the majority of Americans claim coffee will be part of their Valentine's Day dinner or date this year. Some other interesting results, 50% said they'd prefer to receive coffee rather than flowers. 2/3 went for coffee on the first date, and French vanilla is considered to be the most romantic flavor.
Ooh. Yes!
You're in.
That's all I drink.
You're in.
I guess it's working.
You are the queen of romance with your French vanilla.
Yep. Watch out, guys.
Your own little Cupid.
I don't know what's going to happen today.
You never know.
There's lots of going on. There's a lot of love in here.
We've got a great show on the way. Let's check out what's coming up.
This Valentine's Day, we're bringing you sweets with a little spice. We're in the kitchen with DeWolf Tavern making a chocolate chili cake.
Plus, we send one of Providence's most eligible bachelors on a romantic date with two lovely ladies.
My ideal woman is someone who's fun, easy along with, someone who's attractive, someone who has similar interests as me.
Did he find a Rhode Island love connection? Find out how it goes.
And are you gifting flowers to your loved ones today? Michaela tries her hand at floral arranging and shows you how to make your own bouquets.
Then get in the Valentine's Day mood with some smooth jazz.
My baby don't care for shows. He don't even care for clothes. No, he cares for me.
It's all coming up on The Rhode Show.
This Valentine's Day, love is in the air as The Rhode Show teamed up with Providence Monthly to help out one of this year's most eligible bachelors find sweetheart for Valentine's Day.
Every year, Providence Monthly names their top 10 bachelor and bachelorettes. And this year, The Rhode Show jumped in to see if we can help those talented singles find love. Meet Steven. He's a firefighter whose friends describe him as caring and funny, but unfortunately the right woman hasn't come his way just yet.
My ideal woman is someone who's fun, easy along with, someone who's attractive, someone who has similar interests as me, someone who would like to go for a run, who would like to go out to dinner, someone who would like to just also stay in and watch a movie and hang out on the couch and order takeout.
The first date can always be the most nerve-wracking, but for our bachelor, he has twice the pressure because we set him up 2 dates in one night, both in a romantic setting of Camille's on Federal Hill. First up, our bachelorette, Katie.
I feel a little nervous. This isn't something I've ever done before, but excited. Something new, something different.
The pressure is on as Steven turns the corner to meet his first date. The jitters are all the same at the table, where his lovely date is waiting for her bachelor.
So how are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good.
First dates can be hard, and blind dates are even more difficult. But being from Rhode Island, it didn't take long before these two followed a path to mutual interests.
It's such a small state. It's unreal.
It is.
Are you from Rhode Island?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
So you know.
Pawtucket.
You are. I'm born and raised Pawtucket.
Oh, really?
Whereabouts?
Will they find love while eating artichoke hearts? It is already time for Steven to move on to date number 2, Holly, who is waiting anxiously in the dining room.
I'm looking for a true gentleman, but with a raunchy sense of humor. I like class and I like manly guys, but also somewhat sophisticated. So yeah, it's a unique combination. It's hard to find.
Breaking the ice is always the challenge on the first date. Sharing a tuna tartare app with cocktails, the conversation starts to flow.
I like Carnival, and I go to a lot of concerts. I love Providence for the live music.
Okay.
So I try to get to those as much as possible. There's something in my teeth.
One must have for a blind date a sense of humor. Steven and Holly say their goodbyes, and now the pressure is on for Steven to choose which beautiful bachelorette he would like to have join him for dessert.
Katie was very nice, very personable, very easy to talk to. There was no work to it. There was nervous jitters at first, but it made it a lot easier and took away the nervousness. And she was very easy to talk to, very pleasant. With Holly, she too was very easy to talk to, made it very, very comfortable, which was nice. She spoke freely, which I liked. She was extremely nice, very, very attractive girl.
Steven makes his choice, but does she want to spend more time with him?
I had fun with both. I really did. I'm not even just saying that. It was very easy to talk to both of them. It was very comfortable. I chose Katie.
Would I like to go on a date with Steven? I think I would. He seems like a really nice guy, and I think it would be fun to get to know him some more.
Is there a roadie love connection? Maybe it's time we give them some privacy. Looks like that was fun, and joining us now are Steven and Katie. Good morning. Thanks for being here with us today.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
I know we have cameras here. There were cameras on the date. You need to tell everybody what that is like.
Strange, like I was a fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do you ever feel comfortable?
Yeah.
You did?
After a while, after about 10 minutes.
Do you just block them out?
I did.
At first it was tough because they were right there in your face. It was a very bright light, and you're thinking, I'm mic'd up, don't say something foolish, and then the cameras are in your face. But then you start talking, and then you forget they're there.
So how did the first meeting go? How was that?
I thought it went well. Yeah, I was laughing. It was a pretty good conversation. So.
And you guys had a lot in common too, right?
We did.
I mean, you knew a lot of the same people. I mean, it is Rhode Island, like we said. It is Rhode Island, so everybody knows everybody.
That's true.
But everything seems to gel.
It does.
From the same hometown, and had a few friends in common, so it made it pretty easy to talk.
Now, you're saying from the same hometown. How far away did you live from him? I mean, do you know? I mean, he said you knew a lot of the same people.
Yeah. We're both from Pawtucket originally, so he went to high school. Some of your teachers I worked with, I think, at a camp. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How did you two not meet in Pawtucket?
I know.
No idea.
What's the next step for you guys?
Oh, geez.
Are we putting under pressure? Does he have to block his ears? Does he have to go like this? No, I mean, do you think there's any, I mean, it's tough. I mean, you're on a blind date. You have cameras on you.
Yeah.
Now you're here doing this with us today.
That's right.
Everybody in Rhode Island knows that this blind date happened, so there's no real hiding for you guys, right?
There's no hiding.
No, it was pretty bizarre, but I think moving forward, maybe do something where there's no cameras and it's a little less formal and all the eyes on you, and then go from there.
Yeah. And you guys feel comfortable with being with each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, you can...
Very comfortable, very easy to talk to.
Very easy to talk to.
Easy, yeah.
And that's going to make a lot of... what are your friends saying about this?
They think it's hilarious.
Do they?
This is so not me. It's probably not you either. But
Not at all.
It's, it was just something random, and I like to do kind of random things sometimes. Yeah, so... It's hysterical.
And we were talking to you. I mean, you're a fireman.
Yes.
I mean, what do the guys in the fire station say?
They're still giving me a hard time.
Are they really?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun.
I mean, you were sitting here on the couch last week doing this, and I'm sure they gave you a tough time. Now wait for this to happen, and we'll see what happens now.
Exactly.
So what are we going to do? Are we going out again? Not me included, but are you guys going back out again?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, I think we're going.
And are we spending Valentine's Day together? Are we a little too
Not unless she's coming to work with me.
Or he's coming to work with me.
All right. Well, guys, we wish you the best of luck. Thanks for letting us, put you on television like this and let us hang out with you.
Thank you.
And best of luck.
Thanks for having us.
And let us know if there's Happy Valentine's Day. Let us know if anything goes on here, okay? All right, perfect. And we want to thank Camille's on Federal Hill for setting such a romantic mood for the night. For more information on this year's most eligible bachelors and bachelorettes, just visit our website, WPRI.com.
This morning in the kitchen, we are joined by Jennifer Chapman from DeWolf Tavern, making up a flourless chocolate chili cake. I'm very excited about this. It's flourless, first of all. So, and you were telling me that you had a lot of people come in with allergies, which is, so this was a big hit for them, right?
Yeah, they were very excited that we had something available for gluten-free. We use rice flour for just coating the pan even. So it's really
very friendly. I like that. Okay, so take us through the other ingredients that we'll need for this recipe.
Well, for the sauce, we're making a Cointreau sauce today. It's going to be orange juice, sugar, and Cointreau. Okay. And we're also making a creme anglaise, which will have sour cream, orange zest, and vanilla extract, and a little bit of ancho chili powder. We also have the cake, which will have some adobo sauce and the chili pepper as well.
What is adobo sauce?
You just get a can. It's chipotle chili peppers and adobo sauce, and then I just strain it and use the sauce for the cake.
Okay, now I know a lot of people might be a little skeptical because it's chili and chocolate. I mean, how hot are we talking here? Is it subtle?
It's pretty subtle. You won't taste it until the end, and it'll get a little kick in the throat, and you're like, oh, it's cool. It's kind of like hot chocolate. Same feeling. Keeps you warm for winter.
I like that. Warm you up with your special Valentine's date. Now, how is DeWolf Tavern looking for tonight?
Tonight we are very busy. We still have reservations for 4 o'clock and before and after 9. And we're also doing breakfast today, all day. Well, till 12, sorry.
Till 12. Awesome. That sounds great. So hurry up and make your reservation now because you are clearly busy for the night. All right, we're going to get this flourless chocolate cake going in just a little bit. Back to you.
Valentine's Day falls on a Tuesday this year, which can be a tough day to bring on the romance. But don't let today go without taking a shot at love. Here with some last-minute and inexpensive at-home date ideas is lifestyle expert Ken Macaron. Good morning.
Good morning, Mary. How are you doing?
I'm doing lovely. Thank you very much. So before we jump on in, all of these ideas that you brought are inexpensive, but they're definitely going to be leaving a lasting memory, right? Which is what we want for Valentine's Day.
Exactly. You don't have to wait until Saturday. We know we all have our plans ready for the restaurants for Saturday. This is something easy that you can do at home today, last minute, and all you need for each of these is just a simple blanket to pull along your Valentine's Day. So the first one is breakfast in bed. It's really nice, super easy, a nice tray. We have some coffee, some orange juice and pancakes, eggs. And they might be a little ambitious for the morning when you're getting ready for work, but you can do the same thing with fruit salad and some bagels or pastry that you picked up the night before.
Nice.
Super simple and easy. And if you're already out the door today, take this idea to bedroom at night. Throw some popcorn on, some candies, and watch a movie in bed with your loved one. It's a great way to do something together without spending a lot of money. And it's kind of just like the one right over here that we have, which is another great one that we can do at night.
Okay.
So this is wine and cheese. Now everybody, you love it, right? So wine, so you find out what your loved one's favorite wine is. Then you want to go onto the internet and you want to research. It takes 5 minutes out of your day. Find out the pairings that go with it. What fruits, what breads and crackers and cheeses would go great with that wine.
Okay.
It's a little bit of extra time, but again, 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
10 years ago, we'd be looking at books in a library. Right now, we have Google. We Google it out. It's super fun, super easy. Throw this down on the living room floor. You know, make a really nice intimate space. Maybe throw some candles around, the wine, cheese, and a little picnic basket.
I'm loving this picnic basket part. That's the cutest part. And this right here, now this is the way to my heart.
This is our dessert for the night. Now this is something simple and easy. You stop at your convenience store on the way home. This doesn't even make a trip to the grocery store. Super easy. Stop by your 7-Eleven on the way home. Pick up some Hershey's candy bars, some marshmallows, graham crackers, and do your s'mores. It's always nice s'mores, right?
Oh, I love. I even sometimes mix it up with a Reese's Reese's peanut butter cup. So
right on top,
you can't
melt it down. You can't go wrong with any of these things. And again, just throw this down on the floor near a fireplace, some candles around it, and if you don't have a fireplace, just pick up one of those little small grills that you can get at, an Ocean State job lot or something like that, and you can roast your marshmallows right at home right there as well. And it's super easy, super simple, and the candlelight really brings something different to a romantic night.
And I love how you have a blanket with each part here, to really bring it cozy, and it is Valentine's Day, so people can snuggle up together.
Exactly. And you just go to your closet, grab whatever blanket you think is going to work well for these, and throw them together. And I think that this is really going to give you a Valentine's Day, inexpensive, fast, and easy.
Oh, just what we're all looking for. And thank you so much, Ken, for coming in. And if you need more tips on how to plan your romantic evening, just head to WPRI.com.
Do you ever visit someone at work or watch a reality show and think, hey, I could do that, or I wonder what it's really like? Well, I took it to the next level. Just in time for Valentine's Day, I had a chance to roll up my sleeves, don an apron, and try my hand at being a florist in Michaela Can.
The aroma of a flower shop is sweet and simple, but the job of a florist is a bit more complicated. Rhode has been in business for 20 years, and from the moment you step in the door, you feel like family.
We have a lot of loyal customers that have been coming for years, and it's nice because it's almost like a small town atmosphere.
Owner Diane fills her days with cutting, arranging, filling orders, tying bows, and completing deliveries.
We have probably 50 or 60 kinds of flowers, and they come from all over the world. Most of them South America, but we get a lot from Canada, we get some from Europe, and they're coming in. It's a perishable item, so they're coming in almost daily.
I decided to give her a hand for the day, so I threw on an apron and got to work.
It's official, you're
officially a florist. Get ready, world. Here goes nothing. What you may not realize is the process that these flowers go through to become gifts for your loved ones. They first come in boxes and need to be prepared. Look at those.
Just in time for Valentine's Day.
The roses need to be dethorned.
Put this on your right hand because the thorns, when you strip them, can kind of graze across your fingertips.
Okay. Oh, we're stripping them.
Yep.
We might have to blur this out for TV. With one quick pull, the rose is safe to handle. Easy, right?
You got it! Hey! First time! Look at you go! So do a few more.
Okay. Maybe not.
This thicker. Uh-oh! Now you're in trouble.
This happens everywhere I go.
So those we save for when people want to buy rose petals.
Snip the ends and place in water. For the Gerber daisies, take them out of the box slowly and a bit more gentle than I was with the roses. I'm getting nervous.
Why?
Because that rose. Snip the bottoms, but add a straw to keep them from tipping over. Again, place in water. The flowers then go into a refrigerator.
They need to be in the cooler for about an hour to get that water absorbed all the way back up to the rose. It almost rehydrates it.
When an order comes in,
Rhode Flower Shop, can I help you?
Select the flowers by mixing and matching.
And those are called a spider mum.
To allow for a colorful yet cohesive arrangement. It'll look better once it's in the vase. Take them to the counter and begin assembling. First, fill the vase with water. Next, green the vase with leather leaf and filler. I use Limonium and Monte Cassino. Then arrange the flowers. Having some symmetry and adding different heights and sizes will give the arrangement a polished look. And it doesn't help having a professional by your side.
Like, they don't have to be all the way right down into the bottom.
Got it. But now there's the real challenge, making a bow. Diane does it with ease. I don't know if I can do that.
This is so awful.
Yay!
Beginner bow.
After fluffing, stick the bow in with the flowers and add a card. From a vacant vase to an amazing arrangement. And finally, the delivery. Hop in the car, take out the flowers, and deliver to the destination. Mission accomplished.
What a fun day it was. Now, La Rage will be open today, so if you're one of those last-minute Larrys and forgot to get a special someone a beautiful bouquet, you still have time. Still to come this morning on The Rhode Show, more details are emerging about Whitney Houston's tragic death. TMZ will fill us in on the latest. Plus,
a romantic song to get you in the loving mood for Valentine's Day.
Shows. He don't even care for clothes.
You're watching The Rhode Show, and we're back in 90 seconds.
It's time now to go inside TMZ for all the latest from Hollywood, and with us now is Dax Holt. And Dax, let's get to something that everyone is just talking about, that being, of course, the death of Whitney Houston. But you guys have obtained some photos from Whitney's room on the night that she died, showing what she was eating and drinking. What can you tell us about those last hours?
Yeah, you know what, there were some reports that had come out saying, oh no, there was no alcohol inside Whitney's room. I can tell you, yes, there definitely was. If you look at the dinner table, you can see there's an open can of Heineken on the table. There's also an empty champagne glass that we were told was full at one point. And then there's just some random other food items. There's a burger that was eaten. There was a turkey sandwich and some other items sitting on the table. But I think the big thing is that there was definitely alcohol in the room. You know, and the coroner had told the family it looks like it was a combination of Xanax, other prescription medication, and alcohol, which would have killed her. So I think it's really important.
Yeah, of course. Then now ruling out that it was not the drowning that killed her. Is that right?
That is correct. So that is what the coroner had told the family. Yes, there was water in her lungs, which would make people think that it was drowning. However, there wasn't a significant amount, and so it would lead the coroner to believe that she had died because of the combination of the prescription medication, alcohol, and then simply gone underwater.
All right. Now, of course, many family members wondering what's going to happen with Whitney's body. It was transported back east on Tyler Perry's jet, but what are the arrangements for her funeral?
Well, here's the thing. There was a little bit of battle in the family. Dionne Warwick and Whitney's mother, Sissy, had wanted her to be buried in Atlanta. That was their choice. They said, look, Whitney loved Atlanta. She had a lot of fond memories of being there, so let's bury her here. Where the rest of the family was saying, no, you know what, Whitney is known from being from New Jersey. That's where she was discovered. Let's bring her back here to Newark and bury her here, and people can come and kind of pay respects to her here. Well, it sounds like the family won out. Her body was delivered to a funeral home in New Jersey. I believe it was either late last night or early this morning, and I think they're going to have the funeral in the next couple days.
All right, Dax, thanks. As always, you're going to have to keep us posted on what's happening next. And, of course, you can catch TMZ TV on our sister station, Fox Providence, at 7 p.m. Or for more information on any of the stories you just heard, head to our website, WPRI.com.
Today in higher learning, a number of people have suggested student loan debt is going to be the next bubble to burst after the home mortgage crisis of 2008. A new survey released last week seems to confirm that viewpoint, as a growing number of young people and their families are being pushed into bankruptcy. Here to talk about these findings is Peter Kirwan from the Rhode Island Higher Education Assistance Authority. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning, Mary.
So let's jump on in. It's finally causing some worry, hopefully, that people are starting to understand this big problem of student debt.
Yeah, it's a little scary. I mean, the funny thing is that, you know, the bankruptcy attorneys are kind of like, whenever there's financial crisis in the country, bankruptcy attorneys are like the proverbial canaries in the coal mine. They're the first ones that people go to when they have, you know, real financial problems. And that's what happened with the housing crisis. You know, when before that bubble burst in 2008 for the mortgage loans, you know, a lot of bankruptcy attorneys were hearing from people in record numbers that we're underwater, we can't afford it, we're going to have to look at bankruptcy. And they kind of tried to warn everybody that this was coming down the pike. Well, the same thing is starting to happen now with student loans. The Association of National Bankruptcy Lawyers put out a report last week. Their president basically said this is going to be the next debt bomb ready to blow up in the U.S. economy. I mean, what they found was that more than 4 out of 5 bankruptcy attorneys are basically saying we're seeing a significant increase in the number of people coming to us with student loan debt problems. 2 out of every 5 of those attorneys said that they're seeing the number of student loan client cases increase anywhere from 25 to 50%. And a quarter of the lawyers said that they're seeing those client cases increase anywhere from 50 to 100% over the last 3 years. So it's a really significant increase. And it really has people, it's a tough situation because we've talked about it before. You know, it's one thing when students are borrowing at record levels, but we're also seeing it happen for parents as well.
Of course.
And with student loan debt, there's not really, it hangs over you. It's not like other forms of personal personal debt where you can discharge it in bankruptcy, it stays with you forever. So for students, that means, you know, you're entering your adult life with this huge burden. And for parents, it means just when you're getting ready for retirement and having your income go down, you're now faced with still having to pay off these loans.
Okay, now that we know all these scary news for us and our parents, what can we do to help, you know, combat this problem?
Well, there's some different things out there. I mean, there's a federal piece of legislation now that would allow private student loan debt to be discharged in bankruptcy. Congress is looking at that.
Okay.
There's also been steps to propose curbing some of the more abusive, aggressive collections tactics that some of these collectors use in the private loan marketplace. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has come out and said, look, we're going to regulate this area. It's been too like the wild, wild west for a long time, so we want to do something about private student loans. They're looking at it. There's also a great website. The National Consumer Law Center has a website called studentloanborrowerassistance.org. Long site, but they've got a lot of great resources there to help you kind of figure out, how do I consolidate my loans? Where do I go to if I really need help, you know, looking at the possible options of bankruptcy down the line? They've got a lot of resources for people to look at.
Well, thank you, Peter. You're going to be helping people out of all ages, it sounds like. And for more information about student loan debt from College Bound Fund, head to WPRI.com.
Still to come this morning on The Rhode Show, we'll be back in the kitchen with DeWolf Tavern making a flourless chocolate cake, and you can find the recipe right now at WPRI.com.
Plus, are you buying flowers, candy, jewelry, or maybe all of the above this year for Valentine's Day? We're going to talk about it next in The Buzz.
You're watching The Rhode Show on WPRI 12.
Back to The Rhode Show this morning in The Buzz. Many of you might be making a stop today for a last-minute gift for your sweetheart. In fact, Americans will shell out an estimated $17.6 billion this Valentine's Day.
Yikes.
The National Retail Federation predicts the average person plans to spend about $126, up nearly 9% from last year. The most popular item? Well, it's jewelry, followed by romantic night out for dinner. What are you guys going to do?
Well, first of all, I'm going to enjoy one of these awesome cupcakes that the Bakery Boutique brought in. I don't know if you can get a close-up of this, but these are phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Chocolate, red velvet, the frosting, the sprinkles.
They look
I love
fantastic.
it. And that is something that I do love about Valentine's Day.
Well,
I do love
sweets
the
like
little
this.
sweets.
Yeah, sweets like this.
And
yeah.
treats and things like that. However, I also like buying Valentine's candy tomorrow when everything is slashed and it's, what, 75, 90% off sometimes.
Those little red hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta love those. Or the lollipop. I always liked the red lollipops, and they have kind of like a white frosting on them.
Okay.
So you could stick them on your tongue and go, and you'd have the heart. Yeah, exactly.
You going any place tonight?
I think so. I think I'm being surprised. My husband told me to meet him on the east side, and he'll be telling me where I'm going later. So
that's
that'll
nice.
be fun.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, we're going out tonight, and I got a Valentine's Day present for the wife this morning.
You did? Were you one of those last-minute people?
I went yesterday. I think that's okay. Right? Yeah. I went yesterday
for Valentine's Day because I feel like it's just you already know what you want to get them.
Right.
You just go pick it up. So.
Right. Yeah. So I went yesterday to get the Valentine's Day. I gave it to her this morning. She was doing a happy dance when I gave her. I gave her a new iPhone, so she was very happy.
Very happy.
She was happy about that. The only thing was last night I forgot a card.
Oh.
So I was out with the kids last night, and I was like, oh my God. We've got to stop, and I need to get a card. So that's what we did last night.
Excellent.
Now, as a guy, what do you like to receive? Because I think, most of the questions we always ask, flowers, candy, jewelry, it really kind of based towards women. But I always want to know what the guys want.
You know what? I'm looking forward to going out to dinner tonight. That's cool with me. I'm easy.
You just like spending the time.
I like spending the time. We'll go out to Sienna tonight in East Greenwich, and we'll go out to have something to eat. And I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm good. We're lucky enough that most of the time, when I want something, I'll go out and buy it for myself. So I'm like,
That's the problem with guys.
That
though.
is
You can't
the problem.
really think
Yeah,
of
it's
presents
hard
for them.
Exactly. It's hard to buy for them. But I know my Valentine's Days, there's always a certain thing that I can count on. My father always comes home with a carnation for me and my sisters, and they're all different colors, so you know whose is whose. And, of course, flowers for my mom. And I will be spending my evening tonight going to see The Vow.
That looks like such a good movie.
Come and watch it if you want to. 7:15.
Do you sense the tone in her voice? How happy she is?
What? I am.
Are you happy?
Yes. That movie looks fantastic.
Okay.
I'm just putting it out there if anyone wants to join me.
If you don't have a date, you can go to the movies.
Yeah, movies with Michaela.
Sure.
Come on down. Even if you don't have a date.
Right,
or you
you can
do.
still go.
Even if you do, bring them along.
Bring the date.
Bring them all. pack that theater for tonight. It is. It's very appropriate for Valentine's Day. Right? And I noticed you were talking also about your mom making you a card. I know a lot of people make homemade things for Valentine's Day.
I tweeted, and I'll try and put it also on Facebook too. My mom made a fabulous homemade card. So she cut out the heart, and she drew like a martini glass, and she said, you know, Michaela's cocktail, and she was combined, you know, hard work and humor and love, and it garnished with Twitter or something like that. I don't know what it was. It was really adorable, so you're going to have to check that out too. But
the funny part about Valentine's Day is either last night or today when you go into any of these stores or, you know, drugstores or anything else, you go to that card aisle, all you see is guys with panicked look on their faces.
Yes.
Going, oh my God, they don't have the right card. Or they're looking through cards and there's like maybe 5 or 6 left and they don't know what to get.
They're signing them at the register, so you're wondering, you're like, are they in the car?
I know.
Is your wife or your significant other in the car right now that you have to I needed some gum.
I needed gum. They're just going to bring it right out. You know, happy Valentine's Day right in the car.
My tactic is to always buy a card for something completely random. I usually get like happy bar mitzvah. Right. Just kidding. Happy Valentine's Day. We're still proud of you.
And they're never sold out of those around on February 13th.
Exactly. Look out.
So all of our Facebook and Twitter friends, all you lovers out there, have been blowing up our pages.
Truly. They're ready for the love. Summer Sky said that she's actually going to be going to the nursing home to go visit her gran.
That's a good thing.
Bring her balloons, flowers, and best of all, some scratch tickets.
I love scratch tickets.
That's a winner.
Mary Cody Buto says we have tickets to Mary Poppins at P-Pack tonight.
Great show.
I'm going to get him a card and cook a nice dinner and a dessert.
Yum.
Tina Martin says we're going to McDonald's. It started 2 years ago when I was working, and it was the only place we could get into without a reservation.
It's adorable.
Fine with me as long as we're together. That's really sweet. You too can weigh in by voting in today's poll. What do you spend money on for Valentine's Day? Jewelry, romantic dinner, flowers, candy, or do you make something? And here's a look at some other topics that are trending online today. So if you're lonely but still looking for love, you're in luck. Kate Upton is the new swimsuit cover model for Sports Illustrated. She's nice to look at. It's a really tough job being the official swimsuit model. You have to go to a lot of beaches, including Florida and Australia. It's really a rough life. Kate said that she's comfortable in her bikini because people walk around in bathing suits, flip-flops, and jean shorts in her home state of Florida. Good for you, girlfriend. For the first time in 15 years, the canals in Amsterdam are completely frozen and have set the scene for a lot of ice fun. Surrounding the skating pathways are vendors selling hot chocolate and traditional Dutch pancakes. Looks like a lot of fun. I'm jealous. Playing pool is not something you generally think about doing on a cruise ship. However, the Radiance of the Seas has a gyroscopic self-leveling pool table. The pool table adjusts so that the balls don't move at all, even when they're in rough weather. Talk about cool science. And here's a viral video currently on the web called 100 First World Problems. First world problems are actually not really big problems. They're more like annoyances that occur on a day-to-day basis in developed countries. For example, you know, having low cell phone battery, or the Girl Scouts ran out of Thin Mints, or it takes a while for the hot water to come on. So here's a funny video. Check it out.
You want to text, but you keep getting green lights. Your car gets 12 miles per gallon. No parking anywhere. You guys don't have Coke? They only serve Pepsi. You paid $5 for coffee, and it tastes bad. Elevator is broken. Person's taking too long in the bathroom. Taco Bell doesn't deliver.
No, sir.
You left your headlights on. You spent more than $5 for a sub at Subway.
I'm going to post these videos up on Twitter and Facebook, and I'll be back at the end of the show with your poll results. For now, back to the kitchen. Will?
Thanks, Mary. We are in the kitchen with Jennifer Chapman from DeWolf Tavern. We are making a flourless chocolate chili cake with Cointreau sauce, correct?
Right.
Okay, what are we doing first?
Right now I have some chocolate melting with some butter on this double boiler. You want the water to not be touching the bowl, and you want it to be just simmering.
Okay, and this is going to make the Cointreau sauce for it, correct?
This is going to go into the cake.
Right.
So I have that going, and then I also have this pan heating up, and I'm going to put the Cointreau in there.
All right. And what is Cointreau?
It's just an orange liqueur.
Oh, okay, okay. So we'll pour that in. Whoa, hey, whoa, whoa. You forgot to tell me about the flames. That was maybe the one piece of thing you may have wanted to tell me. Because, Jennifer, if I had hair, it would have been gone.
I know.
Wow-wee. Little piece of info we may want to share with everybody. Okay, the oven is on high. The flames are shooting every place.
We're going to add the orange juice.
I'm standing behind you, just in case.
No more flames.
Okay, are you sure?
Yep.
Okay.
1 cup of orange juice, 1 cup of sugar. Oops.
All right, we'll put that in. And we have this on high, obviously, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then we're going to just whisk this together. See, I've got all these technical terms down. We're whisking now since I started in this kitchen. So we're going to whisk it, and what is this going to do to the, it's going to basically melt the sugar down?
It's going to reduce, and it's going to thicken and make like a nice little syrup.
Okay, all right, and does it have to get like a thick syrupy?
Yeah, pretty thick. It wants to coat the back of a spoon. You kind of want it to be almost like maple syrup.
Okay.
Just a little thinner.
That sort of consistency, correct?
Yeah.
And how long will that really take, or you just got to basically keep an eye on
about a few minutes. You just want to keep an eye on it and let it hang out.
Let it hang out. Okay. All right. We are going to let the sauce hang out and watch all our ingredients. Now back to you.
Still to come on the Rhode Show.
My baby don't care for cars and races.
Sultry singer Michelle Cruz is back on the Rhode Show stage with a special song this Valentine's Day. And later we learn about the local man who served as a mentor for Whitney Houston during the early days of her career. You're watching the Rhode Show. We're back in just 90 seconds.
We wanted to give our viewers a gift this Valentine's Day, so we're giving you the gift of a lovely and romantic music. And we brought in one of our local favorites, jazz singer Michelle Cruz. Good morning, thanks for being here.
Good morning, thanks for having us. I'm great.
Okay, now you've sung on the Rhode Show before. Everybody knows your jazz, your sultry voice, but for those who don't, can you give us a little info about you, a little background?
Sure. I've been a jazz singer for over 4 years, and I started off as a singer-songwriter. And I'd like to introduce my band, if I could. Matt Pastoroni on bass, Aaron Cody on drums, and Nick Sanfilippo on keys.
So let's hear it for the guys in the band, right?
All right, yeah, absolutely.
And you have a few appearances coming up. One is for people who love jazz and they love chocolate.
Yes, and wine.
And wine, yes.
Yeah.
What is that all about?
It's going to be on Friday in Bristol at the Blythe Wall Mansion.
Nice.
I'm very excited about it. 7 to 9. It's going to be a great event. Wine tasting, chocolate tasting. It's great.
Okay, and you're going to sing for us today. What song are you going to sing?
A song that was made popular by one of my favorites, Nina Simone.
Okay.
It's called My Baby Just Cares for Me.
Okay, here's Michelle Cruz. Take it away.
My baby don't care for shows. My baby don't care for clothes. My baby just cares for me. My baby don't care for cars or races. My baby don't care for high tone places. Liz Taylor is not his style. And even Lana Turner's smile is something you can't see. My baby don't care who knows it. My baby just cares for me. My baby don't care for shows, and he don't even care for clothes. Ooh, he cares for me. My baby don't care for cars and races. My baby don't care for, he don't care for high tone places. Liz Taylor is not his style. Even Liberace smile is something he can't see. Is something he can't see. I wonder what's wrong with baby. My baby just cares for My baby just cares for, my baby just cares for me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
That's
much.
great. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here this morning. Okay, for more information on Michelle and for tickets For the Love of Chocolate, they're available now for your sweetheart, and you can buy tickets and more on Michelle Cruz. Just head to our website, WPRI.com.
All right, time now for some weird news. If you're looking for some untraditional wedding vows, look no further than Jamaica, man. 7 couples stripped down to take the plunge. No clothing required. It's a Valentine's Day tradition at an island resort. It is actually the world's largest nude nuptials. That's right, we'll keep laughing. The couples say the day couldn't have been more romantic. And awkward for everyone else. All right, love is also in the air in Thailand, where a kissing contest is underway. The contest actually started on Sunday and continues through the end of Valentine's Day. 6 couples remain lip-locked. So strange. Vying for the Guinness World Record for the longest kiss, contestants are restricted to 1 square foot of standing space, eating through a straw, and limited bathroom breaks. Okay, if they're getting a break, how can they hold this record?
They're pee-pee dancing right now.
The winner of the competition scores a diamond ring. Better be a huge, huge diamond.
I would never want to kiss again. I would be set for life.
Awful. All right, Valentine's Day in Japan has some interesting customs. It's usually the woman who gives gifts to men. But this event has men shouting their love from rooftops. It's called Shout Your Love, where dozens of men take to the stage to literally shout their feelings to their significant others. For shy men who are clueless about how to express affection, instructions were even provided on how to hug their mates. Hello!
Hello! I love you! I love you!
I care about you so much!
Back to the new thing, it's never the people who you want to see naked. Never.
No.
Ever.
Goodness.
No.
They needed bigger bouquets to cover.
All right, still to come this morning on the Rhode Show, we're all going to be fully clothed in the kitchen.
Well,
we're going to be cooking up that flourless chocolate cake.
Leave from the neck up. Waist up.
You can cook with us at WPRI.com. We'll be right back. Back in the Rhode Show kitchen this morning with Jennifer Chapman from DeWolf Tavern, cooking up that fabulous flourless chocolate cake. And where do we stand right now, Jen?
Right now we're gonna, can you stir that up a little bit?
Oh, sure. And what's going on in this bowl? What do I have here?
We have 5 whole eggs, 1 egg yolk, and 1 cup of sugar.
Excellent. So just whisk that together.
And we're gonna pour this in.
While I'm stirring?
Yep.
Okay.
Look out for the flames.
Whoa.
Just a little bit of steam.
That looks good.
Oh my gosh.
So
and it smells, no, I love the smell of melted chocolate, or any chocolate really for that matter. Okay.
Then we're gonna add the ancho chili.
Okay.
So it's going to have a little kick to it then, right?
Yeah.
It's going to have a little kick to it, all right.
A little chili pepper.
And then just a pinch of that.
Yep.
We're not adding the whole thing there. Okay.
All right.
You can
and then
just
does
pour
this
it
go
back
into the pan? All right, let me pull that over that way you can
and
see
it's in a water bath.
Yeah, tell me about a water bath. Why are we putting it in there? Basically, a water bath is just what? The pan is filled with water and then there's another pan sitting inside of it?
Yep. You want the water to reach half up the pan, and you want to cover the springform pan in foil. And I've already buttered and rice floured the outer edge.
Excellent.
You can use regular flour if you're not a gluten allergy.
Okay.
I'm whisking away over here. I don't know if I'm supposed to be whisking, but I'm whisking.
What do you have over there?
What's our next step?
We're gonna add some of this, the sour cream, about 1/3 of a cup.
Put that in.
Whisk that
and what's the sour cream is going to thicken it up a little bit?
It'll thicken it and it'll give it a nice, little bit of a sour texture.
Okay. And then this is what we were smelling. That's the orange, orange zest.
I used Cara oranges, and here's some vanilla extract.
And what's the difference of it?
Yeah, what's the difference in this?
Cara orange as opposed to just, regular navel orange that you get at the market?
You can use any kind of orange you want. I like the Cara. They're a little bit more sour than the other oranges. They're a cross between grapefruit and a regular orange.
Sounds right up my alley.
Yeah, it does. And that'll give it a different taste too, right?
Yeah.
And the smell is just amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to keep whisking this up, thicken this up a little bit.
This is pretty warm. You want it to be not like at a simmer. You want it to be pretty hot. You want to scald it, but not.
You don't want it boiling.
Okay.
Right.
Right. And then we're going to add it to our 5 egg yolks.
Last time Jennifer started to set me on fire. Now we have things. Now we have things boiling. Want me to whisk this? Okay, I'll whisk this. All right.
And
I'm going to whisk this.
We're still adding.
We're still adding. We're going to keep adding.
We're going to temper the cream in.
And this is also in a water bath as well, right?
Yes. Okay. Ice water bath.
Ice water bath. And what is that? What's that done? Same thing as the chocolate to keep it to kind of cool it down.
It's going to cool it down. Yeah. Make sure it doesn't curdle and overcook. You can add that to this.
Okay, so take that and.
Okay, now it's going back in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're only adding you only added about half into that bowl, and now you're adding it back in. Okay,
that's right.
Making sure it's nice and mixed.
Okay, the color has even changed.
I was just going to say that it's taken on a totally new color.
So pour that in.
You can put the bowl back.
All right.
And just keep whisking that.
Okay.
About how long are you going to whisk that for?
We're going to whisk it until it thickens.
Okay.
You want it almost like a pudding.
But
not as
that looks great.
thick.
Okay, so then that's going to go into the oven. And what is that? What's the temperature of our oven
now? It's 350 for an hour and 15 minutes.
An hour and 15. Okay. And then you have the finished product here. That you already sliced up, and that's what I love about the. Whenever you make something flourless, is that why it kind of gives it that
very
like pudding texture?
Fudgy, yeah.
Okay.
It's like thick.
Wow.
That looks great.
Excellent.
Okay.
And then you have that going there.
Yep. You can add the sauce when it's finished.
Okay.
And then we have the Cointreau sauce that we made earlier.
And that's what the Cointreau sauce looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the Cointreau sauce.
All right, we're gonna have a taste. I'm gonna turn this oven off here. I'm gonna turn this off here.
The stove?
The stove. I'm delirious.
Stove, oven, any of that. All right, we're gonna give this a try.
Michaela's gonna give it a quick taste. In the meantime, if you're looking for this recipe, you can head over to our website, WPRI.com.
We continue remembering Whitney Houston. The music world paid tribute to her legacy at the Grammy Awards, and we've now learned that a local man played a key role in her career long before she was a star. Stephen Schuler has more on the man that helped start Whitney's career.
Well, many people consider Clive Davis as the mentor who launched Whitney Houston's career, but we've learned one local man actually might deserve most of that credit.
She's being remembered as one of the greatest voices of our time. The music world is mourning the sudden loss of Whitney Houston, including her first manager, Fall River's Danny Gittleman. We've learned Houston spent many nights at Gittleman's former home in the highlands of Fall River.
Glad it was in my neighborhood. I just wish she had bought the house and we had more history and maybe had known her or at least met her. That would have been a wonderful thing as well.
The music executive coached Houston for nearly 5 years at the start of her career. He then introduced her to Clive Davis at a nightclub in 1983. Gittleman continued to manage the business side of Houston's career for nearly 10 years. Gittleman shared this picture with the Herald News showing Houston with his daughter Randy after singing at her 1985 Boston wedding. He said Houston would often go for rides in Fall River with Randy as a teenager and even asked if she could buy the Gittleman's house if she ever made it big one day.
She's a legend and she's fascinating to, I loved her. She had my heart and many others, I'm sure.
Gittleman tells me he's too upset to go on camera right now. Houston's body is being flown back to New Jersey where a funeral will be held later this week.
Coming up, we'll reveal your answers to today's web poll.
Time to check back in with today's web poll. We asked, many of us are going to try to find the perfect gift for our sweetheart this Valentine's Day, and in fact, Americans are expected to spend around $17 million today. So what did you spend your money on? 57% said romantic dinner, 14% are tied for flowers, candy, and you're going to make something. That's very sweet. Happy Valentine's Day, and back over to you.
Thanks, Mary. Coming up tomorrow on The Rhode Show, a local woman uses her rare illness as an inspiration to help her move forward and start a new career.
Plus, Mary Poppins the musical is on stage now, and while she's famous for a spoonful of sugar, we're bringing the fun into the Rhode Show kitchen. Thanks for joining us on The Rhode Show this morning.
And for more information on anything you've seen here on the show, just head to our website, WPRI.com.
We're going to see you back here tomorrow morning. Have a lovely day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.